She only wanted dinner. But what happened inside that restaurant would turn a small town upside down. A 16-year-old girl, humiliated for the color of her skin. But what followed would not just change her life. It would change an entire nation. This is the story of Amara Johnson. It was a small-town diner in Texas. The neon lights flickered as Amara walked in with her two friends. 16 years old, bright, smart, full of dreams. They had just finished the study group, and all they wanted was a simple dinner. But the waiter froze when he saw them. His hands trembled as he leaned down and whispered, "I'm sorry, but the owner doesn't want me to serve you." Amara blinked in confusion. "What do you mean? We just came here to eat." The room went silent. And then he arrived. Richard Blake, the owner. A man with money, power, and arrogance written on his face. He looked straight at Amara and said, "This is my establishment. And in my establishment, I decide who sits." Her friends grabbed their bags. They were scared. They begged her to leave. But Amara stayed. Her hands shook, but her voice was steady. "Why? Because of my skin? Is that why?" Richard didn't answer. He just smirked and whispered to the waiter, "Call the police." The bell over the diner door rang. Officer Daniels walked in, a man who had known Richard Blake for years. Richard greeted him with a smile. "Thanks for coming, officer. She's causing trouble." Amara's voice broke as she pleaded, "I wasn't causing trouble. I just wanted dinner." But Officer Daniels didn't listen. He didn't ask questions. Instead, he grabbed her arm and said coldly, "Miss, I think you'd better leave before things get worse." Amara's eyes filled with tears. "This is unfair. This is discrimination." But the officer pulled her toward the door. The entire diner watched, and no one said a word. No one, except one woman. Her name was Evelyn. She sat quietly in the corner, phone hidden in her hands, recording everything. That night, Amara walked out in humiliation. But Evelyn's video would change everything. By morning, the video was online, and the internet exploded. Millions of views, thousands of comments, anger, outrage, shock. This is 2025, and this is still happening? Boycott that restaurant. She deserves justice. Amara woke up to her phone buzzing nonstop. She scrolled, eyes wide, whispering to herself, "The whole world saw it?" Her father walked in. His face was pale. His voice is heavy. "Baby, are you ready? Because this isn't just a video anymore. This is a fight." By the afternoon, protesters stood outside the diner. Signs, chants, cameras everywhere. Justice for Amara. No more hate. News reporters swarmed the small town. The mayor was forced to speak. But Richard Blake? He doubled down. Standing in front of his diner, he told cameras, "I stand by my rules. No one tells me how to run my business." But the pressure kept growing. His business partners pulled out. Sponsors canceled deals. And the town began to turn on him. The civil rights lawyers arrived. Amara's case was taken to court. Inside the courtroom, Richard sat with his expensive lawyers. But across from him, Amara sat with her father, and with thousands of people outside chanting her name. The trial was emotional. The video was played for the jury, every word, every silence. The whole country watched. Richard's lawyers argued she was disruptive. It had nothing to do with race. But the jury saw the truth. They saw Amara's tears. They saw Richard's smirk. And when the verdict came, the courtroom erupted. Guilty. Richard Blake was found guilty of racial discrimination. He was fined millions. And his dinner? Shut down. The story spread nationwide. News anchors debated. Celebrities posted messages of support. Amara became a symbol. Her face was on posters, on murals, on headlines. But through it all, she stayed humble. She stood before a crowd of thousands and said, "I never wanted to be famous. I just wanted dinner. But if my voice can stop one more person from being humiliated for the color of their skin, then it was worth it." Months later, Amara received a scholarship to one of the top universities in the country. She wanted to study law. "To fight for those who don't have a voice," she said. As for Evelyn, the woman who recorded the video, she became one of Amara's closest mentors. And Richard Blake, he vanished into bankruptcy and disgrace. Sometimes it takes just one voice, one act of courage, one video to reveal the truth. Amara Johnson's story reminds us all, racism still exists, but so does bravery. And when ordinary people choose to stand up, the world has no choice but to listen.